Steve, it's good to be back with 3 points and a win.
Mm-hmm. New month, that's why. January's never good for us. Even last year wasn't great for us. We lost a couple of games in January last year as well, so it's good to be out of that. Really pleased with the complete performance, I think it was, over the course of 95-6 minutes, whatever it is. Defensively, again, solid, clean sheet, which is a positive because that's something that we probably haven't done in the last 3 weeks when we've gone up, and that's the reason why we won the game today. But, you know, it could have been a lot more than that. They had a couple of good chances as well, which Michael saved. He was brilliant today, as was everyone else. And, you know, the chances, obviously, you take another chance early in the second half and you know, the game's dead and buried. But I was really pleased that the boys just kept going. Obviously, you know, hit the post a couple of times. Guillermo had a couple of good chances. Cozzy, the keeper, made some good saves. But overall, really a complete performance, I think.
Yeah, obviously, familiar feeling, I think, a few of those more recent games, especially probably the City game and Barons game. You know, in those games you had way the chances the same as today, but
yeah.
You didn't take them and now you did score actually
yeah.
score today.
Yeah.
Were you worried for the first half, for the second half, that just some of the chances didn't go in?
Well, that can happen, and obviously the last 3 games that has happened. So obviously we spoke about that. It's just about remaining focused, but you can see the work from all the boys. You know, they put their body on the line, blocking shots. You know, Sydney are a good team, and at some stage they're going to have the ball. We didn't give them a lot of ball, I don't think, in the first half. We defended really well and pressed well. But at some stage throughout the game, they're going to have the ball, and defensively we held strong, and that's really pleasing, especially after the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I guess the other side of that is, you know, when you're creating chances like these, you
Yeah.
3 times,
Yep.
you know, the keeper's walking down the amazing saves.
Yep.
You know, there will come a time when the ball does start going back and you keep creating chances like this.
Yeah, I think so. The players are too good not to finish them chances off, but again, we created them. Probably our best performance, I think, overall, especially with the situation that we had last month. I think it showed great character from the players and really desire to get that game done. Like I said, it could have been a few more, but sometimes that's maybe more positive for us, keeping a clean sheet after the last 3 weeks, that we haven't done that to build from it. And yeah, I think obviously we play them out in our next game. I think they have a game before that, maybe against Adelaide in between. So, yeah, it's about just doing it again against them because, you know, they're up there and we need to put a little bit of a gap between us.
Just on the friendship, Michael, I guess just how big is that for him to, you know, keep a clean sheet up, you know, make saves, and right, it's not much time when he's on the same spot he was 2 weeks ago. He's got a player coming out of him.
Yep.
And he's, you know, he's come to the channel. How big do you think that?
Yeah, I think he stood up, Michael. I think, you know, obviously what happened, he got left out. Ollie Sale come in. Obviously with Ollie getting injured, and it's never nice for anyone, and he's going to be out for probably 6-7 months. We wish him all the best. But, you know, Michael's mentality was strong today and very positive, made some really important saves for us, and that can only be good for his confidence. I don't know, he said he tried to turn and he got a sharp pain in his back, so there was no contact, I don't think. It's just, yeah, obviously he maybe spasmed up. I'm not too sure what else has happened to that.
And was there a concern for Marty when he came off, or was he just...
No, well, he hasn't played for a little while, has he, Marty? And I thought he was excellent again today. Well, his first game back for quite a while to start, and he just cramped up, so... but yeah, he was brilliant today. He set up a couple of fantastic crosses and for Coz and for Guillermo, and yeah, I was really pleased for him too.
I think it's displayed probably.
I think so, actually. Yeah, I think it's one of his best games. You know, obviously it's never nice. I left him out last week in Perth, and but he bounced back again, and that shows great character and real desire from himself and strong mentality, which is great.
We've sort of seen the last 2 weeks, you sort of had altered the build-up a bit.
Yep.
Sort of right back tucking in. And
yep.
Jesse on the right, it seemed like that was trying to get Guillermo and Flocky from the whole
It was,
Guillermo on the bench again and Rob Marley Anderson.
Yep.
Is that still a work in progress, sort of figuring out
I think it might change depend on who we play as well. Yeah, that's definitely it. Obviously, at the time, that was the reason why we wanted to get both of them playing as 210s. This week, I thought Marley is very positive when he gets the ball. Obviously, we put him on the right-hand side to do that if Hiroki was a little bit flatter and we wanted him to keep running at players, which he did. And Jesse can play either side. Obviously, he can play through the middle as well. We need him to use his pace, which he does really well. And a good combination with Francis, but he can play either side, whichever we need, really.
How good were throw-ins for you? It's something you use as a free.
Yeah. Well, worked very well today. Obviously, we caused them real problems with all the long throws that we had. Danny works on that at trainings, like corners and free kicks. We work extremely hard, and today they showed that mentality to actually win the challenges or second balls, and you get rewards for it if you put numbers in there. We've got a fair bit of height as well in our team and causes problems for the opposition. So, very pleased for the team and for Danny as well. That's a great job.
No one asked you about Bando. I'll see a chance to be there for the next game.
Next game, yeah.
And just lastly, we have a little weird situation now. We don't play next week here.
Yeah.
We've got Tuesday, Saturday, probably, dare I say, 2 weeks away trips, then Sydney and the Phoenix.
Yes, we are, yeah. I didn't think about Wellington. I was just concentrating on one game at a time. So, we know it's coming. Sydney's another important game for the team in 10 days' time, and then the derby. These are the games you look forward to. Massive games. Sydney are up the top. We want to try and beat them again, but Wellington's obviously the big derby that everyone looks forward to, and we want to try and get 6 out of 6. Thank you.
You looked across there and realised he wasn't there.
Had a question? Oh, one more question. I love your questions.
When you're coming back from a bit of a form slump, do you care less about who it is you're playing, because you've got to get your own house in order, or do you put equal care into studying the form of each game?
No, I think you do study, everyone that we do play. Obviously, as my old team as well, so it's a little bit more special for me. But no, I know we actually have gone through, a difficult period in January, but we've actually been playing some really good football. We've been switching off, players making individual errors, and today that didn't happen. You could see that the real focus was there for 95 minutes, and that's what's got to be done pretty much every game. We can't just go back to allowing no pressure on the ball. I think they showed really what it's all about, and if they continue doing what they did today defensively and obviously with the ball, we did cut them apart at times, that we're going to be dangerous all the way till the end of the season.
You're so pleased at the amount of chances you created.
Yeah. Very pleased with that, actually. And like I said, at the quality of the players, you hope soon that's going to pay off, and especially in difficult times and when the pressure is on, like today, that we got the goal. Should have got more, but maybe next week is different again. Thank you.